Ever wondered if the life you're living is too cluttered, too complicated, too full? It's a question we seldom ask ourselves, yet it's one that could fundamentally alter the way we perceive our existence. We're talking about the concept of minimalism, a lifestyle that champions less over more, simplicity over complexity, and function over excess. Imagine a life where every item you possess serves a purpose, where every decision is intentional, and every moment is savored. This is the minimalist way, a path that invites you to declutter your physical space, streamline your thoughts, and focus on what truly matters. It's a lifestyle that dares to question the "more is better" mantra that society often promotes. It's not about deprivation, but about finding fulfillment in simplicity and intentionality. So, if you're feeling lost in the hustle and bustle, drowned by the noise of constant consumerism perhaps, it's time to consider a different way of life, the minimalist way. Imagine living in a space that is clean, clutter-free, and calming. Picture this. Every item that you own has a specific place and purpose. There's no need to navigate through heaps of possessions to find what you're looking for. This is the physical reality of a minimalist lifestyle. Minimalism is more than just an aesthetic. It's a way of life that promotes simplicity and intentionality. By reducing the number of objects in our environment, we can create a space that is both visually appealing and functionally efficient. This, in turn, has a direct impact on our stress levels. Studies have shown that clutter can lead to increased cortisol levels, the body's primary stress hormone. When we're surrounded by excess, our minds and bodies react. We become tense, our focus scatters, and our productivity plummets. But when we embrace minimalism, we remove these physical distractions. We're no longer wasting time searching for lost items or cleaning up endless messes. Instead, we have the freedom to pursue our passions, to be productive, and to truly live. Now, let's take a moment to consider the connection between minimalism and healthy living habits. When we simplify our surroundings, we often simplify our routines as well. With fewer possessions, we're more likely to engage in physical activities. We might opt for a bike ride over an hour of television, or choose to prepare a home-cooked meal instead of ordering takeout. We become more mindful of the choices we make and the things we consume. And let's not forget the physical benefits of less cleaning. With fewer items to dust, vacuum around, or tidy up, we're able to maintain a cleaner living space with less effort. This can reduce exposure to allergens and improve overall air quality, contributing to better respiratory health. So, what does it mean to live a minimalist lifestyle? It means living in a space that is calming and clutter-free. It means reducing stress and increasing productivity. It means embracing healthier habits and enjoying a cleaner environment. In essence, it means transforming your physical world. A minimalist lifestyle can truly transform your physical world. Minimalism isn't just about physical clutter, it's also about clearing mental clutter. The mind is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it needs to be kept sharp and clean to perform at its best. Minimalism, at its core, is about simplifying and decluttering. This decluttering isn't just for the spaces we inhabit, but also the mind we carry within us. When we talk about mental clutter, we're referring to all the unnecessary thoughts, worries, and distractions that occupy our minds. It's the endless to-do list, the barrage of information from social media, and the constant pressure to do more, be more, and have more. This mental clutter can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. Now imagine a mind that's free from this clutter, a mind that's clear, focused, and at peace. That's the gift of minimalism. By reducing the number of things we own, the commitments we make, and the distractions we allow, we can create more mental space. This space allows us to think more clearly, make better decisions, and focus on what truly matters. Reducing mental clutter can also lead to less stress. When we're not constantly worried about maintaining and managing the stuff in our lives, we can relax more. We can live more in the present moment rather than being consumed by the past or anxious about the future. Moreover, minimalism can lead to better mental health overall. A study in the Journal of Happiness Studies found that people who place less emphasis on material goods are happier and more satisfied with their lives. They have better relationships, more fulfilling work, and a greater sense of purpose. So minimalism is not just about living with less. It's about making room for more. More peace, more clarity, and more happiness. It's about living a life that's not defined by what we own, but by who we are and what we value. Minimalism, then, is as much about mental health as it is about physical environment. Think about how much money you spend on things you don't really need or use. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The fourth chapter of our minimalism journey takes us into the world of finance, showing us how adopting a minimalist lifestyle can lead to substantial savings and financial freedom. You see, the beauty of minimalism lies in its simplicity. Instead of constantly chasing the latest trends, minimalists choose to invest in quality over quantity. They purchase fewer items, but these items are often more durable, valuable, and meaningful. This approach not only reduces the urge to splurge, but also cuts down on the cost of replacing cheaply made items that quickly wear out. Moreover, minimalism encourages us to rethink our relationship with money. Instead of viewing it as a means to acquire more stuff, we begin to see it as a tool for achieving our life goals. This shift in perspective can lead to better budgeting habits, less impulsive spending, and ultimately, more money in our bank accounts. But the financial benefits of minimalism extend beyond just personal savings. By reducing our consumption, we're also contributing to a more sustainable economy. We're lessening the demand for mass-produced goods, which often exploit both human and natural resources. This means we're indirectly supporting fair wages, better working conditions, and environmental preservation. Another aspect to consider is the cost of maintaining our possessions. Every item we own requires space, cleaning, repair, and sometimes insurance. These costs add up over time and can often outweigh the initial purchase price. But by owning fewer things, we can drastically reduce these maintenance costs. Of course, it's important to remember that minimalism isn't about deprivation. It's about making conscious choices that align with our values and priorities. It's about finding freedom in simplicity and making room for what truly matters. So, if you're looking to save money, pay off debt, or simply live a life less tied to material possessions, minimalism might just be the answer. After all, the richest person isn't the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. Minimalism can be a pathway to financial freedom. Every item we buy, every piece of clutter we accumulate, has an environmental cost. This is not just an abstract concept, it's a reality that we all contribute to, whether we realize it or not. Take a look around your living space. How many items are there that you barely use, or maybe even forgot that you owned? Each of these items, from their production to their disposal, has a footprint on our environment. They require resources to be made, energy to be transported, and space to be discarded when they're no longer needed. And that's where minimalism steps in. Minimalism, a lifestyle that advocates for owning fewer things and focusing more on experiences, can help us reduce this environmental footprint. It's a way of life that encourages us to be more mindful of what we bring into our lives and what we let go of. By choosing to live with less, we're not only freeing up our own personal space, but we're also reducing the demand for new products. This, in turn, lessens the strain on our planet's resources. Fewer items manufactured mean fewer resources extracted, less energy consumed, and a significant reduction in greenhouse gases emitted during production and transportation. Minimalism also promotes the idea of intentional buying, choosing quality over quantity. By purchasing fewer but better-made items, we can extend the lifespan of our belongings and reduce the amount of waste we create. But the benefits don't stop there. Minimalism can also influence our food choices. Choosing to eat simply, with less processed food and more plant-based options, can significantly decrease our carbon footprint. To top it all off, minimalism encourages us to recycle, repurpose, and reuse, further reducing the amount of waste that ends up in our landfills and oceans. It's a simple concept, really. The less we consume, the less waste we create, and the less strain we put on our planet. Minimalism isn't just good for us, it's good for our planet. So we've explored the physical, mental, financial, and environmental benefits of minimalism. Together, they paint a compelling picture of a lifestyle choice that can have profound positive impacts on various aspects of our lives. Physically, minimalism helps declutter our spaces, creating a more serene and focused environment. Mentally, it frees us from the shackles of material possessions, giving us room to breathe, think clearer, and enjoy the present. Financially, minimalism can lead to significant savings, allowing us to invest in experiences rather than things. And let's not forget the environmental footprint we lighten when we choose to consume less. Each of these benefits is a piece of the minimalist puzzle, and when they come together, they form a lifestyle that's not just about having less, but about making space for more time, more peace, more joy. Minimalism is more than a lifestyle. It's a choice for a healthier, happier, and more sustainable life.